Welcome to the NILE CAST on your West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, 35-year-old man commits suicide over spouse in Paidatap County. West Nile region legislators condemn URA killings. And community members demand for 10 years to prepare for municipality status in Moyo district. This and more in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE CAST only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. A 35-year-old man identified as Samuel Shamal, a resident of Avono Lower Village, Otheko Parish, Paida Sub-County, Zombo District, was found hanging dead on a rope in his house at 8 p.m. on Sunday, the 7th of January 2024. Take a look.
Terencio Owashgiu, the Vice Chairperson Local Council 1 of Vololowa Village, who is the immediate neighbor to the deceased, said he was shocked to learn about the sudden death of Shamal Samuel. Owashgiu suspects that the deceased killed himself over domestic brawl he had with his wife recently, as the wife collected all his belongings and went to her maternal home within Zombo Town Council. He further revealed that the body was found by children of the deceased, who locked himself out and died on a rope in his own grass-touched house.
Manawuru uberu kinimisawa ario ana beru pepach eni beru malinguru ma agama poibu natin eni gama tukuru poti banga nya inuro mshaman parape chal inti bachaman kawone chid ba chawu kanwango tawo tatin para udaire maninga ti Manuel long abini ben jal shaman pe wo ko tu za faro chi kudi police o gamu tu za faro chi di police samo tu za faro chi di police wo ko no office for di fongo ma on office so mo on office to gamjo acho tu chile bango anda ene woni atene jago go ne ene bi ne ke report ba ko mai commande bengunu police tatin pare udaire shilma police gamu ti statement pa de keo e don police gamu acho wunu gamu ulokru udogi wabibinu ipacho enu ruo ugweno samo tu ko don wanga tin esha du tush ko meka gode ko du gonje de ebe di vitol esha e don ga wachi go wachi dano penjo wachi nano dano esha gi chopula zo ga wachi go dan chopula ngo dano ko ma ja su bewo ko ja shilma o gamu ai ko di police odugu ko no anga dan ti wo dan ti ka ken shilma dano gi bu tra ka ken ma e ne gi bikoro bajo dong bagamena ma gi bitu ka do no gi mod or di go na.
Meanwhile, Jamal Rashid, the area clan leader, condemned the act and says Avono clan has registered 3 suicide cases, mainly youths, last year and this year. Rashid attributes the increasing cases of suicide deaths to domestic violence as a result of misunderstanding between young married couples. He blames youths who are newly married for not sharing their challenges in marriage with elders who could have helped them in solving such problems.
Pirango to mube woku wa marechi itie yoremi dairi sien bende wabedu de ko lemba ciel maen wabedu ko to marechi mube temre department ebe keli wa iparo marechi nyostani ene pinjango mube keli wa peko makumen departo e uketi yak nebe negu dano magwei chalo kawoni kadi mi beneno kawoni dano mutie kawoni eni kwa dano magi betie kadieng pira wia matendo mapodi or migidi dengo gibetie karwinyi yore makakare dengo dong etie chwer piny madit dong wan chalo kal wabike bedo pinyo peka ngomu bekelo lembe maeni kujodongo miravono eni rep gen mapara maketu niya wabibedo kujodonga vono pirango wabe neno arado besidi ya yima kakare ngo kadi juma nyir kadi juma cho pek mwadit mwatie kudeni yeni ana genu lembe mapol mabesiwech podi pe pirango watie kuchwech piny madita kecha.
Festo Ochan, the father to the deceased, lamented that no one killed his son but accused the wife of the deceased for having left his son under unclear circumstances which could have been solved by his elder sons and relatives.
Dano mera vonulo kakeni nyatin muto eni nyatin mapara ingeche Manuel topa nyatin eni edere adaya manyawuru kine misawa ariyo ai ot mapare diri adecha ngati magidaw ko de pasu ni de upe emondo chalo ngati muvutu ot pare aya meno yekire sham ko de pasu pare esha kamene o tingu nyatin man pagi manyako manyanno makukediri sham kanyatin ni kunwange eshiku bange mane keto maje beliel basa game fungo bange wuri ot anyatin ni kuchwalo dugola pe basa nwange fungo wuri ot en ke tie pata ma yabere anyatin ni gamu gubini swalo kendu dugola game yabere ni kan wange tin dong umin eni tiro ngi tol.
Paida sub-county has become the leading lower local unit in Zombo district for suicide cases for over 2 years ago. At press time, the body has been retrieved from the scene of crime and handed over to the relatives for burial. Reports from Paida police station indicate that this is the second suicide cases since this year began. A police officer at the scene who preferred anonymity said the matter was reported to them by the Vice Chairperson Local Council 1, Avono Lower Village, Paida Sub-County, Zombo District. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. Legislators hailing from the West Nile region have expressed dismay over the brutal killings of their people by errant UPDF officers that are attached to Uganda Revenue Authority over the years. This follows the killings of citizens as recently witnessed in Majokolo district that claimed the life of one person, leaving 3 others injured. The group is also threatening to write a petition to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the killings as they call for an end to this act. Take a look.
Members of Parliament from West Nile sub-region under the umbrella body, West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, have come together to strongly condemn the killings of their people by the errant Uganda People's Defence Forces personnel attached to the tax body Uganda Revenue Authority over the years. This concern follows the killings of the citizens in Arua, Yumbe, Kowoko and recently in Madiokolo that left 1 person dead and 3 others sustaining serious injuries. The legislators condemn the acts as they call for an immediate solution to put an end to the killings by the officers.
I take this opportunity to join my colleagues in condemning this barbaric act of errant officers of URA tax enforcers where a life was lost on 3rd of January 2024 and 3 others are nursing wounds and injuries in the health facilities.
My role is to make sure that such a thing that has happened in West Nile time and time again never happens again. So my message remains, what can we do to stop this from happening again? And I think it's the image. When you see a URA official appear in a place, people start running, even the innocent run. Why? This is not an investigation where we don't know the people. People are saying, oh, but investigations have been going on. We don't. In this investigation, the people are known because URA deployed officials. They know which officials they deployed there.
Indeed, we are appalled by what has happened to who would be taxpayers in West Nile over time.
As you will hear from the narrative of my colleagues, the people who have been affected are not even smugglers. The people who have been killed in this incident are innocent people who were going about their businesses. And because of the behavior of URA, there is now low tax morale.
The group, majority of whom are affiliated to the ruling government of the National Resistance Movement Party, is now threatening to petition office of the president over the killings in the region, which they say is likely to affect them in the mobilizations for the next general elections.
We are petitioning the office of His Excellency the President to come on ground, to come to West Nile and find out exactly what's going on, because this is not happening in other regions, and West Nile is not the only region which borders other countries. We have other regions. Eastern borders Kenya, northern borders South Sudan, in western that country also, that region borders DRC and Rwanda, but we don't have such incidences registered. Why only West Nile? You see, it makes us who support this NRM government in a terrible situation. It makes mobilization very difficult for us as cadres of NRM. So my appeal, my petition to His Excellency is to quickly come on ground, put an end to this. This will be the last killing.
Meanwhile, Lemeriga Fadil, a seasoned politician, wants the commander of the UPDF operations in West Nile be held responsible for the killings in the region over the years.
Who was the commander of the operatives who shot people in Koboko, in Ivora, and recently in Madiokolo? Because unless somebody is ordered to shoot, a soldier cannot be shooting rampantly. So the leaders of these operatives at that particular time should be called to order. And do they come from West Nile? And do they have an agenda against the people of West Nile?
The recent tragedy that occurred on 3rd of January 2024 follows another incident on the 14th of November 2023, where a woman was killed as 2 other people got injured as Uganda Revenue Authority enforcers were involved in an accident near Rema Hospital. Farish Majid, Osuta Yusuf, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories this evening. The locals of Lea Parish in Aruru Sub-County, Moyo District are demanding for a physical development plan fast before seeking for municipality status. The locals have asked for 10 years from the municipality task force team so as to prepare their minds on whether to accept Moyo's quest for municipality status during a consultative meeting at the parish center. Okumu Dominic has more.
The residents observe that the quest for municipality is good, but mentally they are not yet ready to impress the municipality. They therefore urge the task force to give them at least 10 years so as to prepare their minds so as to impress the municipality. Honorable Soma Martin, the district councillor representing Aruru Sub-County to the district council, revealed the decision of the community members after engaging in 2 separate meetings with the locals about the quest for municipality. He said the locals unanimously resolved that they should be given 10 years so as to allow them to acquire land titles for their plots and refresh their minds so that they can welcome municipality. However, the community are open about the need to conduct physical planning for the sub-county.
So we tried to brainstorm on how to fix the demarcation for proposed municipality, because the task force came up with their proposal, and then we also tried to find out where we can fit ours. But many of them recommended that the demarcation of the municipalities should stop where the town council stopped at the moment, because they are not prepared. Instead, they demanded that what they want immediately is a physical development plan, because from the sensitization they got from the land officer, it's a way of organizing the land which will make development to move in orderly manner. So they demanded for physical development plan to happen fast, since it is also a condition for municipality to come, so that by the time the physical development plan is in place, they will be ready to welcome the municipality even beyond the proposed demarcation of the task force.
Mr. Opeli Paul Ndara, a resident of Lea Paris who also attended the two meetings, said as a member of the village, he is not against the elevation of Moyo Town Council to municipality status. However, he has his fears, and one of the fear is that they have not been sensitized about the disadvantages and the advantages associated with the municipality, and therefore request the task force to come out clear and educate the public about the municipality so as to clear their worries.
Anyway, for sensitization meeting at the parish level, as a member of the village, me as a person and somebody who likes development, the idea of elevating Moyo Town Council to municipality is a good idea. However, I have a fear. One of my fear is that we are not yet prepared and we have not been sensitized about the value of the municipality, the disadvantage of this municipality, and the consequences of the municipality. We shall be very pleased in the case of anything, the committee who are responsible to come on the ground and give for us some ideas and clear our fears.
Mrs. Vita Betty, the district land officer Moyo, who represented the municipality task force in the consultative meeting, urged the public to be calm, saying the issues to do with the municipality boundary will be done by the physical planner and his team, and the quest to elevate Moyo Town Council to municipality status will not take away the land that belongs to the public. She therefore requests the public to remain calm as the technical people resolve the issues of the intended municipality boundary.
For me, I would say people should remain calm. The issues of boundary will always be defined. The task force, the surveyor himself, and the physical planner will have to move on ground to define the boundaries of the municipality. The planning areas around town council, which is about 4 kilometers, has not taken also away their land into Moyo Town Council, but because these are upcoming centers which may be crowded, that is why under USMID they needed to be planned also, because these monies are also difficult to get, and since it is there, it was an opportunity for the district to also benefit from that service. So people should remain calm and wait on the technical officers who will come and demarcate the boundaries by planting mark stones, and the villages will be involved, especially the villages that are affected. In Aluru, maybe the Lea villages and Pamoju, these will be involved at the grassroots system, at the grassroots level.
Stakeholders in Moyo district have initiated a move to elevate Moyo Town Council to a municipality status by constituting a committee called Moyo District Municipality Task Force to help push for the elevation of the town council into municipality, and the task force, which mainly consists of businessmen, civil servants backed by the politicians, have started consultations for the municipality status. However, the task force has been faced by numerous resistance from a section of the public, with some people feeling the municipality status might rob the public of their land, something which seems to have entered deeply among a section of the public. The government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Local Government, have stopped the creation of new administrative units in the country, and it's not yet clear when the government will resume the creation of the new administrative units, but should it be lifted soon, Moyo district is
the villages that are affected In Aluru, maybe the Lea villages and Pamozu, this will be involved at the grassroots system, at the grassroots level.
Stakeholders in Moyo district have initiated a move to elevate Moyo Town Council to a municipality status by constituting a committee called Moyo District Municipality Task Force to help push for the elevation of the town council into municipality, and the task force, which mainly consists of business units in the country, and it's not yet clear when the government will resume the creation of.
And more in our stories this evening. After witnessing practical development and transformation in agriculture, commercialization and industrialization, incorporation of science through different innovations in agriculture and various roadworks across the country, Fred Otusi Lukacha, the current LC3 chairman of Paminyai, who is a diehard member of the Democratic Republic, the diehard member of the Democratic Party over the 2 decades, and 59 other people from the various political parties have joined the ruling National Resistance Party movement in Nyoya district. Stephen Okello reports.
Fred Ochitelukata has been a loyal member of the Democratic Party who has been given a hard time to NRM party for over 2 decades in Nyoya district. The former vice chairman Nyoya district, who also served as district councillor for 10 years, has deflected with over 60 people from different political parties to National Resistance Movement.
The reason as to why I have crossed is simply because the demand of my people was quite too much, and they were the ones who actually rallied behind me, and they came to my office, a flock of them, demanding that I should cross. And I have not done this because it is my will, but I have done because they demanded, and I have fulfilled their needs.
Fred also reveals he crosses to the ruling party NRM to save his political career, as voters force him to either cross or else risk losing his position when he remains in Democratic Party.
I have made up my mind to actually cross to NRM because as the chair, I do actually, implement the manifestos of NRM. Even right now as I speak, whatever we do in the villages, in our parishes, we actually do what NRM has put as their manifesto. So there is no reason as to why I would say I am doing my own things. I have seen that it would be much worthy to work with NRM directly in order to bring a lot of things to my people, because they have been demanding for all these 20 years.
George Teko, a resident of Got-Apoyo sub-county, says after witnessing NRM government fulfilling almost all the manifestos during the campaign of 2021 general election, he thought it wise to leave Forum for Democratic Change and join bus of NRM.
I've decided to join NRM today after seeing all the good things our president has done. Actually, initially, I thought these are manifestos were there just in papers. He's not going to perform. But after taking all those manifestos, I came to realize that he has proved me wrong, because almost 80 to 90% of what he has promised, he has delivered. Now, that prompted me to come and join the party.
Odochi Bosco Olak, the presidential coordinator Northern Region, says welcoming new members to the party means a lot to NRM party members in Nyoya district and beyond, because this clearly shows that NRM party is expanding without discrimination, and these members should come without fear or favor to participate in any party activities.
Today, they have entered in a new group, apart from their former party. They have entered in a new party, and as NRM, for us, we treat everybody the same. Whether you came to where you come today or the next day, you are treated as a members of NRM. So my message: they should not fear anything. there is also they are also free to stand in any position if there is time.
Judith Peace Achan, the women MP of Noya district, encourages the new members to come with reliance hard on their respective party to help develop NRM as a party.
Them that the bus is huge for all of us to sit in, but if there is challenges, we can always resolve it amicably. In the NRM government, we have so many programs right now running, so many services, but the people are not aware. It's our responsibilities as leaders from grassroots to parliament to make it known to people. And these new converts should be part and parcel of this awareness to the local communities, deep rooted in the villages where they come from. I've also encouraged them that there are always fights in the party. Like any other party, there are always fights. Doesn't necessarily mean you should quit the party. And I really emphasize this to them. They should stay strong and make their seat comfortable in the bus.
However, Laker Pauline cautioned NRM party leader both at the national and district level to always lobby for support for the NRM youth members at the grassroots to attract more youth to the party.
The voice of the youth, we are lacking the voice. We are not raising our problems where we are facing in the community and in the district. What I think we should pull up what the youth needs. We talk about we should let the youth know, come out with the problems they are facing in the communities.
As 2026 general election closed, different political parties started getting on groups to start organizing and recruiting members into their parties. Oraku Benson Pastore, Stephen Okello, West Nile Television, NILE CAST News.
Good evening, viewers. You are most welcome for today's edition of NILE CAST Sports News. In front of the camera is Oraku Benson Pastore. A lot of stories continues to transpire in the world of sports, both regional, national, continental, and not forgetting about what transpires in international sports. But let's kickstart with what is happening within the region. Paida United beat Paida Black Angels 2-1 to end their unbeaten run of the season. The defeat still keeps Paida Black Angels on top in Nyagaki zone with 22 points. Meanwhile, the win, Paida United grabbed over their arch rivals, has taken their points tally to thus 17 and they are third on the log. And it is the first time we are seeing Paida United beating Paida Black Angels and at Barokoro Stadium. Let's have the reported story.
The two quick goals by Paida United in 1 minute and 6 minutes of the first half respectively crowned the day for visiting side, though the home side pulled one back through a penalty spot to make it 2-1 in the half-time. The two Paida-based clubs attracted thousands of football fans across the Greater Nebi, given the pedigree both sides carry A good shot by Paida United midfield Emmanuel Ocean, commonly known as Noel, from 20 meters away from a goal, gave Paida United the lead in the 28 seconds in the beginning of the game. However, Paida Black Angel side, winger Aguero converted a goal from the penalty spot after a foul was committed on Paida Black Angels player in the first half, raising hope amongst thousands of the home side, which was not enough for the home side. The coach of Paida United Sports Club, Nega Abraham Ogusi, praised the home team for having a peaceful game for the first time in history since the two clubs were playing against each other.
Thanks to the management of PDA, because they did their part. They talked to the media, to the fans, everywhere concerning this game. They said this is because the target is also target we are also targeting the same thing. Therefore, this is what it was done. Thank you so much.
In the meantime, Hussein Hassan, head coach by the Black Angels, conceded the defeat, saying his side still sits on top of the Nyagak zone with the 22 points, while Paida United moved to 17 points, level with the second placed club, Pakwat Young Stars.
They had their early chances, utilize it, came back strongly, tried their best and but they are not disrupted their side. Fans outside there, I love the way they are now today, they are scored out in the second next match. How will they do that? It's not because about this game, it's a done game there. Who's behind the building? This play, that goal, it was not on our side, it was on the opposite side, which they utilize their chances they have.
Tasha Giramia Peace Jalar, the public relations officer by the Black Angels, lauded the fans from both sides for the maximum discipline exhibited in the wholly contested game. Tasha attributes the loss to the absence of some valuable players like Akese, among others.
We have done a lot of work. We have done a lot of sensitization to our fans especially. We talk to them to accept results the way they come. You know, in a game, either you're beaten or you beat or you draw. So the management has done a good tremendous job of accept. Finally, our unbeaten run has come to an end. And I can see the fans have really accepted the way it is. That shows that work is in progress. We are not sitting here. We continue engaging them in the media outlets, social media platforms to ensure that they have these players.
The derby game ended peacefully without any discipline cases registered, as security were heavily deployed ahead of the match. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
That Paida derby happened in match day 9 of West Nile Regional League. Now we are left with the 2 rounds for the first phase of the season in West Nile Regional League to come to an end. Now briefly summarizing the 2 remaining fixtures for the both sides. Meanwhile for Paida United, their next game will be a home game up against the team of Pajob United before taking a trip away to Kuluva Rainbow to finalize the first phase of the season. Meanwhile for the team of Paida Black Angels, they will travel away to Nyahama, then finalize the first phase of the season with a home game at Barokoro up against the team of Pakwati Super Eagles. Let's get to what is happening in Star Times Uganda Premier League. The first phase of the season has already come to an end. I can say the first round in Uganda Premier League has come to an end with some teams finishing it in relegation zone. Meanwhile, some of the teams, they have finished it on top. briefly highlighting how match day 15 of StarTimes Uganda Premier League ended. Vipers finalized the first phase of the season with a 3-0 win over the team of Busoga United. Meanwhile, URA had to finalize it with a barren draw up against the team of Sports Club. We saw Bulls sharing the spoil with the team of Mbara City Express emerges the winners over Gaddafi, demolishing them by 3-0. At the neck, we are actually 2-1 winners over Arue Hill Sports Club, and Wakiso socked KCA, beating them by 2-1. Chitara, meanwhile, finalized the first round with a 3 comfortable win over the team of Soltino Bright Stars, and Maroons actually ran riot over the team of UPDF, beating them by 4-2. Now looking at the table standing, on top in the first round is the team of Bull with 33 points, followed by Vipers with 30 points, and the team that completes the top 3 is Airtel Chitara with 29 points, one of the newly promoted sides. Meanwhile, down in the relegation zone, we have got teams like Bushoga, UPDF, not forgetting about Arue Hill Sports Club that completes the table with only 5 points. With that, we have come to the end of today's edition of NILE CAST Sports News. It has been me, Benson Pastore, bringing it for you. We meet again tomorrow for the same program of NILE CAST Sports News.
Thank you, Rako Benson Pastore, for the thrilling sports news and sports highlights. And with that, viewer, that marks the end of the NILE Cast, only on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the NILE Cast to the end of the NILE Cast, only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name's Okumringa Christine. Have a good evening.